a, b, x and y are positive numbers. If x to the power of negative 2/3 is equal a to the power of negative 4 and y to the power of 2/3 is equal to b to the power of 4, what is x times y to the power of negative 1/3 in terms of a and b? A, ab, b, a to the power of negative 1, b to the power of negative 1, c, a squared, b squared, d, a to the power of negative 2, b to the power of negative 2. At this moment, I encourage you to pause the video and solve it by yourself. Okay, I'll solve it now. A, b, x and y are positive numbers. I'll just write it not to forget. Those are all positives. If x and y equals something, what is xy to the power of negative 1/3? You see, in this moment I have x to the power of 1 and y to the power of 1. I'll try to calculate what is x to the power of 1. The only thing I know first is x to the power of negative 2/3 is equal a to the power of negative 4. So how to make it x to the power of positive 1, just to positive 1? I know when I have something to the power, I multiply powers. So negative 2/3 times what will be just 1 times, it's a reciprocal. I shouldn't write that times reciprocal. So here I will just put minus 2 over 3. So this would be 3 over 2. Whatever I did on the left, I have to do on the right side of equation. So I will put it negative 3 over 2 as well. On the left side, I have negative 2/3, x to negative 2/3 to the power of negative 3 over 2. If I do like power times power, I'll have just x to the power of 1, because negative 2/3 times negative 3 over 2 is just 1. X to the power of 1 is just x, what I want. And here I have power to power. This one I will do maybe very slowly. So it's a to negative 4 times negative 3 over 2. Maybe even like that. Power to power, I multiply powers. So I will simplify. 4 will be 2 and 2 will be 1. So this will be equal minus times minus plus a to the power of 2 times 3, 6. So I know what is x. X is a to the power of 6. Now I'm going to y. Y to 2/3 is equal b to the power of 4. Y to the power of 2/3 is equal b to the power of 4. Similarly here, I just want to calculate what is y. So that's kind of similar. Power to power, I multiply powers, I remember that. I have y to the power of 2/3. I put it to reciprocal of 2/3, 3 over 2. And if I put left side to 3 over 2, I will put right side to 3 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 as well. Okay, left side will be just y. I'll write similar, y to the power of 1, because 2/3 times 3 over 2 is 1. This is just y, of course. And this is right side, b to the power 4 times 3 over 2. So that's why I can simplify. This will be 1, this will be 2. So that is equal 2 times 3, b to the power of 6. I calculated what is x. X was a to the power of 6. I calculated what is y, b to the power of 6. Now I need to calculate what is xy to the power of negative 1/3. So xy to the power of negative 1/3 will be equal x again. X I calculated before, a to the power of 6. A to the power of 6. Y I calculated here, b to the power of 6. And that everything I need to put to the power of negative 1/3. So this properties of power, when this is times, this will be slowly a to the power of 6 to the power of negative 1/3 times b to power of 6 to the power of negative 1/3. Now power to power will multiply powers, so 6 times negative 1/3 will be negative 1, 2, negative 2, and b 6 times negative 3 will be b to the power of negative 2 as well. Okay, question is done. A to negative 2, b to negative 2, so my answer will be D. I'm planning to create more videos, so do not forget to like and subscribe.